I'm Christine Hansson. I'm a registered nurse and I'm on the committee management for HACSU and Junior Vice President of the union, and I've been a delegate for, I don't know how many years.
It's a lot of hats.
I'm a nurse who work in an operating theatre, so I wear a hat all day.
Oh my God. It's such a great vibe here, isn't it, at the 2023 Health and Community Services Union Delegates Conference. To be honest, I didn't know what happened at these things.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, as part of the management, we're here to network so people can actually see who we are and put faces to names, and so they get the general gist of what we're doing and not to be frightened of what we do.
How have you seen things change for nurses over the decades?
I started in 1980, so I've been nursing I'm into my 43rd year, which it just blows my mind because it feels like it was only like 5 years ago. So I've always made it my mission that when I retire, that the conditions that I started with are going to be better when I leave, because it's getting to the stage now where it's a very hard occupation, but we need people to jump into the role and to grow and look after us in all aspects. And one of the reasons why I joined HACSU in 1996, I could see it's a holistic way of looking after everybody. So this union covers everybody in the health and community services. So it goes from everyone from everyone talks about aged care and disability workers, but also it covers the catering people, the cleaning people, the physios, the occupational therapists. So it's not just a nurse, it's the whole gamut of who looks after you.
Yeah, and we're all going to need these people at least one stage in our life. What are some of the big changes you've seen since you started in 1980?
So when I started nursing, because it was hospital-based, there was just all the student nurses and then it was the registered nurses. And now we don't have the student nurses in the hospitals. It's just straight out nurses. And so we got what was called career structure, and that happened in 1988. So that was a big, big change. And we actually went out on strike for that. All the hospitals in Tasmania went out for strike on that, all the nurses. And that was massive, massive, all across the private hospitals and the public hospital. They all walked out together. It was huge. I was actually having a baby at the time. It was massive. But in saying that, education has become a major part in all of that, because I was hospital-based trained, but that was a great training. But now it's they come out of university, and particularly I work in an operating theatre, so people don't actually have any concept of what I do in an operating theatre. So we get graduate nurses that walk in the door. They've got no idea what we do. Everyone thinks that what happens behind those doors, they've got no idea, but they don't actually think it's actually nursing, as in it's not hands-on. And I say and I mentor junior practitioners, and I say to them, really, we have unconscious patients linked up to ventilators under an anaesthetic. If you haven't got a nurse looking after you, who's looking after you? There may be a doctor, and there may be a surgeon, but all the staff around you are all nurses, and they're the ones that have got your best interest at heart, and they're your advocate. They're the ones who are looking after you, your safety, and they're caring for you, making sure that what they started with at the beginning of the operation, and they have at the end of the operation, so nothing's left inside you. They make sure that that you're comfortable, you're warm, and you're looked after, and all of that happens, behind closed doors. People don't know all of that stuff.
And they keep you alive we forgot that one.
Yeah, that's a given. You should have that one as a granted given.
You're in the front line. It's been such a treat to chat with you. What are you hoping to get out of this, or just to meet people this conference?
I've been doing this for a long time, but some of these people are just here for their first one. Just want to make sure they have a great time. It'll be fun. A lot of these people will be having a great time. They've got no idea what they've got ahead of them. But there's some strategic planning that will go involved in all of this today and tomorrow. So, it's not just fun. There is work involved.
And it's been great to catch up with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been good.